guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. Today, I'm going to show you guys how the quad works. Today it's Tuesday, November 20th, I believe. We're running down at Pat's place right now, and I'm running the quad. So I'm going to show you guys how that works. But for right now, I'm going to show you what type of transmission it has. Well, at least I'm going to drive it like one. So all I'm doing right now is just driving it like a 9-speed. So it starts out low, which is front left. Low. So then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like a normal 10-speed or 13 or 18-speed. And I've already done a video on how to drive a 13-speed. It's just the first 5 just like that, and then I split it. Then I go into the middle top, which is 6th gear, and then 7th is down, right there. Eighth is all the way in the top right. And 9th is bottom right. There we go. That's how you shift it going down the road. And then all the splitter is, it's a blue one, so that means it has a low range. So what that is, if I have a really heavy load and I'm starting uphill, I flip that up and I start in 1st gear. That's low first. That's all that range is. So that's honestly the only time I ever use that is when I'm starting. I go like that, flick it up, starting that low first, then flick it down, let off the gas, and it'll shift down for me. That's all I ever use it for. So I'm going to pass Brian right now, and we're heading to the field. Actually, like I was saying before, I love this truck. I love this truck. Sorry about the camera angle. It's shaking a little bit. I love this truck. It's got a lot of power. It's very maneuverable. I'm actually able to back in off the highway pretty easily with this thing, and that's what I'm going to do here in a bit. Yeah, essentially that's how you drive it. Then you brake, clutch, and gas just like normal. And I'll go into the actual axles, the two spare axles, and the actual dumping of the trailer when I get loaded. Alrighty guys, just made it up to Pat's. I gotta back in off the road here. That's I'm waiting for a car to go by. And I'm backing off the road, and they're running right there. So excuse me for a second. While I focus on backing in. Throw my differential on and make sure I don't get stuck. So I'm just gonna hug this corn because the way the sun's facing, it melts the snow where it can see it, where it touches the snow. So I'm just hugging this side of the corn where there's still snow, and it's a lot less sloppy. It's a little harder. So I'm gonna back in, get up the hill, and I'm gonna leave her sit. Like I was saying before, guys, it's got 3 pedals down there: clutch, brake, gas. It's got a trailer brake because it was set up for a trailer. It still is. Trailer brake and a parking brake. So everything else is really the same old. It's a stock Sterling truck. But then these are the controls for the tag axles. So right now, hop out real quick. Right now the axles are up. You can kind of see that the axles are up. But because I'm going to get loaded up, flick these 2 switches down. Releases the air valve and drops the axles. And it'll raise up the chassis. Like I said, that's just so it'll allow it so it can carry more weight. So now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to get loaded up and head back, and I'll show you guys the controls once we get back. Alright, so with Nathan just dumped on me, he's leaving. So what I gotta do is I gotta push down both axles. That should drop my suspension. That's my overall chassis suspension. Legal limits just above 65. Thank you. Just above 65, so it'll come down after I move. Right now it's just up because those tires can't dig into the ground as much. So yeah, but anyway, so I got both those switches pushed down. Got both my axles, my differential and my axles locked in because I gotta get out through this. So now time to head back to the farm. Alrighty guys, so I just got back, got lined up with my cone there. So what I do is I put down both axles. I guess one thing I forgot to say is every time you turn, you got to put up your tag axle. That's the axle that doesn't steer with you. So if you don't put that up, it'll just scrape as you're going sideways. So that's one thing I forgot to show you guys, but I'm not gonna do that while I'm driving. That's just, so what do you do? So I got into place, park brake, put both the axles down, put the clutch in. Here's your controls for your box. Pull up on the yellow thing, push down on the red thing, let go on the yellow thing. And now, as soon as I let go of the clutch, this light will start blinking. There you go. And it's quiet, but I just heard the motor, just heard the electric motors turn on. So now I'm gonna pull back on it. And it's gonna start raising. Give it some gas, or some diesel, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna raise this thing up 2 cylinder cycles, or I can't remember what, someone commented on my video and told me what they actually are called, but I just call them cylinder cycles. So it's gonna raise up till I hear that second bang. Then I'm gonna go out and start everything up. There we go. All right, let's go start it up. Put down your block and open her up. There we go. I'm a little bit too far, so I'm probably gonna pull forward just a bit. So let me do that real quick. Didn't have to pull forward much, but it's good to have this thing right in the center so it fills up evenly. So, now the waiting game, now I just wait till it dumps. I'll wait about probably 5 minutes or so before I raise it up another cylinder cycle. It's just playing it by ear, waiting for the grain to kind of sink down enough so when I raise it up it doesn't overflow like the one time I did. So, now I wait. So now we wait. That's about as tall as I need to go with this thing. 4 cylinder cycles. It's up there quite a bit. That tip of there is probably up there 25 feet. It's going good. Now we just emptied out. So I'm gonna start lowering it. I'm gonna scooch forward. I'm gonna lower it. I just push it forward. It'll start to come, and it's starting to come down. You can just barely see my axles, my front axle raising up. I just put that up. I just put both the axles up because got no more weight on this thing, don't need them down. So gonna lower this thing all the way to the ground. The last cylinder cycle takes forever. Lower it to the ground, scooch up about 10 feet or so I can sweep. Because this thing does make a little bit of a mess. That's another reason why we have concrete everywhere. So sweep it and I'm gonna head back. Because going through almost 3,000 bushel an hour, you need things to take your grain away in a hurry. That was it, guys. Now I head back and do it all over again. And that's essentially the biggest, how we run our quad truck, quad axle. So, well, I think that's all I'm going to include in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know. I respond to every single one of my comments in the comment section, so feel free to ask me any questions you guys got. I'll do my best to answer them. And I think I'm going to end this video here. Hope you guys did enjoy it and found it a little informative. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to subscribe, please. And drop a comment if you guys have any questions. Sorry, I just had to focus on getting through there. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. Be sure to turn on your post notification bells, and I never can mention subscribe too many times because I love you guys. Appreciate you guys subscribing. So, and of course, as always, guys, ta-ta for now.